Hello everybody and welcome back to Faeria. We are here to play another game, and I should mention, if I haven't mentioned it before, that Faeria is in early access still, so whatever you see here may or may not be representative of the final product. And for this next game I'm going to use the same deck as in the last video. I've just made one small change. I've replaced one Elderwood Embrace with a Faeria tree in order to try to get a little bit more Faeria to get the economy going. And otherwise it's the same as in the last video, and I'll put the link in the description of this video below. So let's try it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get for opening hand here. Seedling, Frogify, Group Guardian, and Explorer card. Yeah, that's excellent. We start off with the Seedling. We'll keep this, and let's see what the opponent decides to play on the first turn. So the opponent redrew his cards. Redrew his cards, I should say, and let's see what comes out. Blue land. We'll respond with Seedling, and let's end turn. So let's see if we get another blue tile, or if we indeed get to play a mixed deck again. It's another blue tile and a water elemental for a third blue tile. Grove Guardian. Now the Grove Guardian is not an ideal draw for this round because it needs 3 forest tiles to be played. I can get up to 2 at most, but we'll make it work. We'll go there, we'll gather some Faeria and end turn. And we can play the Group Guardian next turn instead, to begin to gather Faeria from this well also. So we're facing a mixed green and blue deck. Deepwood Grizzly, Living Willow. Okay, that's fine. We'll play... Now I'm thinking we'll play the forest tile here and Group Guardian here. Yeah, I think that's fine. I could have played the Living Willow there, but I think I'll keep the Living Willow for later. The Group Guardian can potentially make its way up this side and contest this Faeria well also. And if the Deepwood Grizzly comes down here, I can play another Group Guardian here next turn if I'd like. Or I could indeed use the Tiki Caretaker on the Seedling. Now I'm not sure what's the better play here. The Seedling, even if buffed by the Tiki Caretaker, cannot in fact kill the Deepwood Grizzly, but neither can the Group Guardian, so I think that this is fine. Let's play the Tiki Caretaker here and at least hurt the Deepwood Grizzly a bit. This is reasonable, I think, because the Seedling is still not in the range of the Deepwood Grizzly, unless the Deepwood Grizzly gets buffed by Elderwood Embrace or Tiki Caretaker. If it doesn't get buffed, it cannot take out the Seedling, so that's perfect. But the Tiki Caretaker comes out, and that nullifies both of those, and another Deepwood Grizzly. Fine. So I'll definitely gather this Faeria here, but I do have a choice. I mean, I could start to build up some amount of blue tiles to be able to use the Frogifies and potentially the Aurora's Creation when I draw into one of those. But I would like to get some presence here. A forest tile, or perhaps even 2 neutral tiles here could allow me to place a forest tile up here next turn. That is not a bad play, I think. Perhaps even better is to... Yeah, I think that it might even be better to place a forest tile here and the Groove Guardian here, just to prevent the Tiki Caretaker from going into the into my Tiki Caretaker here, because that means that neither of these can get a Faeria, but the opponent is fine either way with the Deepwood Grizzly here. So I think that I will in fact do that. That is fine. And let's end turn. With another Tiki Caretaker, the Deepwood Grizzly could take out the Groove Guardian. So let's hope it doesn't come to that. Next turn I could play 2 neutral lands here to try to make my way up to the opponent, or perhaps play a blue tile here. I want to make my way up here, but still I would like to get some blue tiles on the field, because now I'm blocked, I cannot use the Frogify. Ah, of course. An Ancient Boar. And an Aurora's Creation. So, what to do? Baduran Force is not a bad play here, I think. But the question is, what do I do with my turn? Do I play 2 neutral lands here to approach the opponent's orb? Or do I play another special tile, a blue tile in that case, to try to make my way up to be able to use Aurora's Creation and Frogify? I think that difficult choice. Difficult choice, but I think that I will in fact play either way, a Living Willow here to be able to gather some Faeria, and I will in fact place this there and there. So let's see, maybe it was right, maybe not, but we will see now, will we not? Now this is not great, because it allows the Gabriel Enchantress to place tiles here. I don't want that. I don't want any tiles here. I think I'll gather some Faeria, and I will place some tiles of my own here. I will place a Vine Wall here. So at most, the opponent will place lands here. But at least not here, and these are places where I would rather not have the opponent play lands. But I at least have one blue tile out, so the turn that I really need the Frogify, I can get it out on that turn. But I don't have any momentum. That's a problem. Okay, that's fine. Wave Crash Colossus, okay. So I think that this might actually qualify as being a turn where when I would like to use the Frogify, I will do so. I will go up there. I will retreat a bit with this, which means that the Ancient Boar will have to follow me here if indeed this is to be attacked and cannot continue to go back and forth between these Faeria wells. I will place this Faeria tree here. And this will give me some Faeria in a few turns. And let's end turn, and nothing more I can do. Now I will probably have a choice next turn to either attack the Gaping Enchantress or the Water Elemental with the Good Guardian. And I'm not sure what's the right call. Might be to attack the Water Elemental, because that will limit the opponent's possibility of gathering Faeria. If not, a taunt creature comes down here, of course. That is quite possible. Or a Deepwood Grizzly, but that is fine. Let's gather that, and this is not ideal, not at all. Not at all. The opponent has control over all 4 Faeria wells. It gives a lot of Faeria each turn. I need creatures. I cannot afford a card draw this turn, I think, or... Yeah, I will in fact I will opt to kill the Gaping Enchantress. This means that the opponent cannot possibly play a land here, so I can use this turn for card draw. And Veduran Force, that is excellent. I will begin to put some pressure on this flank here. And I can in fact use an Elderwood Embrace on the Living Willow to make it a bit more formidable. Or I could use this on the Good Guardian to make it survive. Yes, I will do that, and I will... And I cannot move the Living Willow, that's a shame. I wanted to move the Living Willow up here, but as I said, this is still in early access, so there will be bugs. So let's see. The opponent has 4 cards and a lot of Faeria, so anything could be played. I have a definite card disadvantage. I need more cards. I absolutely want some more card draw. I do have an Aurora's Creation for next turn. That is actually a quite decent card to have. That means that I can copy the Verduran Force. Tiki Caretaker comes out. Okay, presumably the Deep Grizzly, and the Good Guardian gets killed. So it's not great. I don't like that. Not at all. Let's see what I draw. Another Aurora's Creation. Ah, okay. I cannot play the Aurora's Creation because I would have needed the Good Guardian here to gather the Faeria. I don't like that. This will mean that the Faeria tree is probably done for next turn. That is a shame. I would have liked to gather that Faeria. But I think that the card draw is in fact the right call here. It's the only call I can make. A Vine Wall, that's interesting. I can use the Vine Wall. The question is, do I use the Vine Wall here to buy myself one turn extra? And do I then use that turn to get my Verduran Force over here? That is the question, isn't it? Since I do need... I do think that I need to buy myself some time, and I will put this here. I will actually back down with this, and let's end turn. Okay, so the opponent still has control over all 4 Faeria wells. That's great for the opponent, but not great for me. I would like some of that. And a Living Willow. Okay, great play actually. An Elwood Embrace comes out. Wow, okay. And a Frogify. I think that the Frogify is my best bet here. Indeed. This does mean that if I Frogify this and attack the Deepwood Grizzly, the Frog can still kill the Verduran Force here. But at least I can potentially save the Faeria tree. Yeah, I can of course try to draw a card. I don't think that it will help a lot. Runin's Command, no, it does not in fact help me a lot. It does mean that I can give my Living Willow +2/+2 and make it a bit nastier to face for the Ancient Boar. Yeah, I think that's the best play at this point. I will gather this Faeria. I will use the Runin's Command to give a creature 2/2. And I will in fact do that. And let's end turn. Now I have the potential of using the Aurora's Creation next turn. I can put out another water tile, and I will have the potential of getting 5 Faeria by collecting Faeria from both the right and left Faeria well. Okay, as expected, that happened, so I cannot in fact gather Faeria from the left well. And an Ancient Boar. Good Guardian. Fine. That is fine. Yeah, I will gather some extra Faeria. We'll attack that. And the question is, where do I in fact place my Group Guardian? I think that this is reasonable. I really need to try to control the Faeria wells. I cannot allow my opponent to have all that Faeria. And end turn. Now I haven't seen a lot of Frogify plays from the opponent, so presumably there's the potential for Frogify left. I cannot imagine that Frogify will not be in the opponent's deck, so we'll have to watch out for that, especially if we manage to draw into Runin. Playing Runin the Relentless would be great, but Runin is a prime target for Frogify. So let's see what happens here. Now I, once again, for next turn, have the possibility of playing Aurora's Creation. I could then use Aurora's Creation on the Group Guardian and play another Group Guardian next turn. I think that would be a quite reasonable play. I need some presence on the board. So, let's see. Let's see what happens. The opponent has 5 blue tiles, so Faeria the first wave is a possibility. Okay, nothing gets played. That is in fact not what I expected. But that is of course fine for me. Now what to do? I think that Aurora's Creation is the correct choice here. I will play another water tile here, puts me at 3. I can use Aurora's Creation. There's a Group Guardian there. I can attack this. I can attack this. Now the question is, do I in fact play another Group Guardian, or do I choose to wait and have the opportunity of playing another Group Guardian here next turn and make my way up here with this Group Guardian? Now I think that I will wait. I will not play my entire hand. I want to keep something to surprise the opponent with. So let's end turn here. I would also very much like to have an Aurora's Creation in hand if I would draw into Runin the Relentless, and that becomes more and more probable. Only 12 cards left to draw, and Runin is one of them. So the possibility is there, 1 in 12 next turn. 2 in 12 if I choose to use my turn with by card draw. Ah, okay. Nice play from the opponent actually. Verduran Force gets played. Okay. Sturdy Shell for gathering Faeria. Okay. So that is in fact a great play. But I have Magnus, King of Merival. And Magnus could potentially be a great play here. Let's think how I can best use this. Magnus is also a prime target for Frogify, but I think that if Magnus gets Frogified and I get to keep my Runin later in the game, that's actually fine. Now, I think that could also, of course, play Magnus and use Aurora's Creation on Magnus, but I don't think that's... It's not bad, but I think that playing Magnus and at the same time using the Caretaker to keep my Grove Guardian alive is a better play. Yes. Take a Caretaker here, keeping the Grove Guardian alive, playing Magnus here, going up here, and yeah, that's a turn. Now Magnus could very well be Frogified next turn. I'm prepared for that. A card draw. Now let's see. Okay. It's fine. Third Gabriel Enchantress gets played. Water Elemental gets played, so no Frogify in hand, I guess. Still 5 Faeria left, so a Frogify could come out. Okay, fine. I do have a Frogify of my own, and the question is, should I use it now? That is the question, isn't it? I could use the Frogify on the Viduran Force. I think that's actually decent. That would mean that I could use Magnus on the Frogified Viduran Force and get a free card. Attacking Gabriel Enchantress is also a decent play that frees up a forest tile. But no, I will do it like this. I'll use the Frogify there. I will in fact go here and getting a free card. I do get a Wood Elemental. That is in fact fine. I will use this to get rid of that, and I will go here. Okay, I didn't have the opportunity to go there, but still that is a reasonable turn. As expected, the Grove Guardian gets taken out, the Living Willow gets played there, Sturdy Shell. Okay, Living Willow again. Okay, so the opponent needs lots of Faeria. The trick part with this is that this blocks me off from really gathering the Faeria here. But I think that the reasonable thing to do here, I mean, the opponent has only one card, will get up to 3 cards next turn. I don't know what this is. I could go on defensive here, or I could try to play defensively. To attack the Living Willow and get 3 cards is not a bad play. Now I could also start to attack the opponent's orb. I think I'll do that. And I will go up here. I will in fact play Viduran Force there. Now this will get taken out next turn, but that is fine. Yeah, let's end turn. So we'll see if indeed a Frogify has presented itself for the opponent. or something else entirely. Elderwood Embrace, okay. And another Elderwood Embrace. Okay, that's not what I wanted to happen, but okay. So what to do? I mean, I could use the Verduran Force here. I am running out of the cards to play that are decent. I could use my turn for a card draw, but that means that I only have 3 Faeria instead of, in fact, having 4 Faeria. But I will do that anyway. Let's draw a card, get a Wood Elemental. That is not what I wanted, but it will actually have to do. Yeah, let's end on. So let's see. I could have played a Seedling here. It wouldn't have gave me a lot because the Seedling needs some time. It needs a few turns to get it going. Oh, and a Wave Crash Colossus. Okay. Okay, so Ruin and Relentless, a bit too late. Oh, if I only had a buff for this. If I only had, indeed, a buff for the Verduran Force. An Elderwood Embrace or a Tiki Caretaker. Let's draw a card. Let's see. And a Wood Elemental. That's not what I wanted. But now the question is, I can use Aurora's Creation on the Verduran Force. I can play the second Verduran Force here. And I can do this. Now, if I only could play a Vine Wall here or here, that would have been great. The Vine Wall, I can in fact play a Vine Wall here to delay the Wave Crash Colossus a bit. So, let's see now. The question is if the opponent can get rid of both of these Verduran Forces in this turn. If indeed so, then I am in a tough spot, but if not, then the game is won. So let's see. Four cards in hand, 4 Faeria. Can gather Faeria from all these wells, these 3. So 2 Faeria more can come out. So the opponent didn't have an answer and conceded. Thank you to my opponent, and of course, thank you for watching. Hope to see you again. Bye!